Hello everyone, myself Havisha Buddhadev, HOD, School Counseling Department from Drishti, and I'm here to take you through the importance of life skills for students. Counselor of the school conducts life skill classes for students throughout the year, and we thought of taking you through the journey as to why life skill classes are important. So let's understand the agenda of this presentation. I'm going to introduce the life skills to you. Which are the core skills? Why are they important? And what will be the topics of the life skill classes that will be conducted this year? And if at all any queries, where to reach out? So let's start with the introduction to life skills. What are life skills? Life skills are skills acquired through learning and or direct life experience that enable individuals and groups to effectively handle issues and problems commonly encountered in daily life. They include creativity, critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, the ability to communicate and collaborate, along with personal and social responsibility that contribute to good citizenship. These are all essential skills for success in the 21st century, both for healthy societies and for successful and employable individuals. Now let's understand, why are these life skills important? What are the benefits of life skills? Building life skills is essentially an exercise in helping children develop sound judgment and good habits for long-term stability, wellness, and success. It helps them to develop self-confidence and successfully deal with significant life changes and challenges such as bullying and discrimination. It gives them a voice at school, in their community, and in society at large. Learning any new skill instills in children a sense of pride and accomplishment. Practicing life skills improve a child's self-esteem, confidence, and social competence. Now we are going to look at which are the core life skills which are required for a healthy and employable individual. The first and one of the most important core life skills is self-awareness. Self-awareness can be defined as knowing ourselves and our personality and accepting oneself in spite of our imperfection. It involves all aspects of ourselves, our thoughts, emotions, likes, dislikes, strengths, weaknesses, fears, fantasies, ambitions, values, priorities, goals, desires, needs, etc. Self-awareness is called the mother of all skills. Being aware of the good points about oneself helps people build a sense of self-esteem and self-confidence. That's why it's such an important core skill. Being aware of their weaknesses will make people be willing to learn more. It helps them utilize the opportunities available to them in relation to their abilities. Hence, it is an overall view of how we see ourselves and how much we know ourselves. Now let's do a small activity to understand ourselves better. The exercise is, use the list of personal qualities which I'll show you in the next slide. Choose 10 words that could be used to describe you. Now from those 10 words, choose the 3 words that best describe your character. So here are the list of words from which you can choose 10 words which described you the best. And from those 10 words, narrow down 3 words which will be the best judge of your character. You can take a minute to do this and be aware of how you are or how you see yourself. Now that we have learnt about self-awareness, let's move on to the next important core skill, which are the social skills. What are social skills? They are the ability to interact with people through effective listening and communication. It is important for students to have social interpersonal skills because it helps them connect with people and benefits their personality development too. Why is development of social skills for students important? It helps them ask their doubts from teachers and learn better. It helps in building good relationships with their peer group, teachers, family members, and society. It helps them boost their confidence and personality development. It helps them express their thoughts, ideas, and feelings to their parents, teachers, or classmates to get any kind of help or support. It also helps improve their social status as they interact and entertain their friends and acquaintances. With better soft skills, a person is considered more ethical and gets respect in society. Hence, development of social skills are extremely important. Moving on, the next important skill is communication skills. Communication is the art of expressing and exchanging ideas, feelings, and thoughts through gestures, speech, or writing. To be a good communicator, it is also important that we be an active listener. So let's just first understand what is to be an active listener. We need to make eye contact while talking. We have to face the speaker, nod our head in acknowledgement, wait for the speaker to stop before speaking, keep hands and feet still, ignore distractions, ask questions, repeat back what you heard, tell the speaker if you understand or don't understand, and focus on what is being said. Let's take a moment to reflect how many of us follow these. It is very important to be an active listener, not only to understand others, but to also be understood by others. It makes sure that the communication is smooth. It will be helpful in each area of your child's life, be it home, school, social groups, or later in colleges and work life. Moving on, the next important core skill is self-management, coping with emotions. Self-management skills are your ability to regulate and control your actions, feelings, and thoughts. With these skills, you can follow through on the work you are supposed to be doing. Likewise, being able to manage yourself can help you be more successful in your goal-setting efforts. Now let's do a small activity again to understand self-management and coping with emotions better. An important step in developing highly skilled emotional self-management is to be able to find out what your present patterns of emotional self-management are. Answer the following questions for yourself and figure out where do you stand in emotional self-management. Which emotions do you find it easy to manage? Which emotions do you carry for a long time? Which emotions do you not like and try to avoid or suppress? And which emotions do you have which positively impact on your work? Awareness about these emotions as to how do they affect us help us manage them better. And if we are able to manage our emotions better, we are able to get through our work as we are supposed to. And we are able to achieve our goals successfully. Alright, so moving on, the next important core skill is critical thinking and problem solving. Let's understand what is critical thinking. Critical thinking is an ability to analyze information and experiences in an objective manner. Critical thinking can contribute to health by helping us to recognize and assess the factors that influence attitudes and behaviors such as values, peer pressure, and the media. It helps us develop the ability to engage in reflective and independent thinking. So it's to think clearly and rationally about what to do or what to believe in. Once we start practicing critical thinking, it becomes much easier to solve a problem. Problem solving is the act of defining a problem and determining a solution which is an effective one. Let us understand some stages of problem solving. The first one is to identify what is the problem. The second is to define that problem in a way that it becomes very clear to us as to what is the problem exactly. Third is to explore all the possible solutions of that particular problem, thinking it from all the sides so as to consider every possible solution. Fourth is to take an action which can move us towards the solution of the problem. Fifth is to implement that solution, is to implement that action which we decided so that we can solve the problem. And sixth is to take a feedback whether the implementation was a success or not. Moving on, the next very important core skill is effective decision making. Critical thinking, problem solving, if acquired at its best, leads to an effective decision making. Let's understand what leads us to an effective decision making. The first step is to list all possible solutions or options. Second is to set a time scale and decide who is responsible to make this decision. Third is to gather all the information that is required to make a holistic decision. Four is to weigh up the risks involved in making this decision. Fifth is to decide on values as to what is important and what's not important for you personally with respect to the decision to be made. Sixth is to weigh up the pros and cons for each course of action that are possible to reach to a decision. And lastly, based on the pros and the cons and your values and the minimum risks that can be availed, make an effective decision. When such decision making skill is being taught to students, it helps them attain their goals easier. So they can understand what's their goal, what are the strategies or options that can help them reach their goal, what are the pros and cons of such options. It helps them choose the best one to try, and it gives them an option to evaluate how their choice worked and what do they need to change. This builds their capacity for self-regulated learning, which has been shown to enhance their academic performance. Hence, acquiring critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, and the skills to make an effective decision makes their life much easier. As very nicely mentioned by Dorothea Brande, a problem clearly stated is a problem half solved, and the rest solution can be provided by learning these skills effectively. So, having learnt about all the core life skills which are very necessary for each individual, let's understand some topics which will be covered in the life skill guidance classes for this academic year. These are some just examples which you can see on the slide. Positive and respectful communication, study skills and time management, anger management, self-control and managing emotions, personal safety, and digital citizenship. If you pay focus, these are almost covering all the core skills which we talked about today. And there are many more topics which will be covered in the life skill classes that will be conducted by the counselor for the rest of the academic year. For any further queries about what's going to happen in the life skill guidance classes, please feel free to reach out to the email ID which is provided on the screen. So we hope that we have been able to help you through understanding why life skills are important, and students will enjoy life skill guidance classes that will be conducted by the counselor for this academic year. If at all any queries, as I mentioned, please reach out. We'll be happy to help. Thank you.